All right, fam. Today is day 21 for me. I think. Let's check. This really should be something I do before I turn on the camera, but why did I think that? It's day 14. Why did I think that I was at 20? I feel like I thought I was at 20. I don't know. That's weird. Guys, okay. It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. All right. Yeah, you guys are probably all like, what? Did I miss an episode? um, yeah, I don't have a... I say this every... Today has been good. I went hiking with a friend for about 4 hours. It was a long-ass, walk. She called it a walk. I called it a hike because if you live in Texas, you realize there are no hikes. They're all just walks. So, because there's not a lot of peaks in Texas. But that was really nice, and I felt like I had so much energy to burn in the beginning, and then my legs were going to fall off by the end, so that was kind of a nice feeling. I also listened to some Tommy Rosen on the Commune podcast on the way down, and that was really interesting. I really liked hearing the way he talks about cannabis use and like what you're getting when you put it down. And yeah, a super inspiring guy. Definitely looking forward to absorbing more of his content during this time. I definitely am going back and forth between like wanting to like take notes throughout the day and make these super packed with like wisdom and insights, and then also other days where I'm kind of just like, I want any wisdom that comes out of this to also be organic, like I don't want to have to feel like all day I'm just harvesting my mind for content for this. But one thing that I really liked from the podcast I listened to was Tommy described a life with cannabis as like half filled, like never fulfilled, and I really liked that analogy. It's kind of like you'll always know there's something missing, and you won't ever quite be able to access what it is and get there. And it talked a lot about potential and like realizing you're limiting your own potential by using it. And I just related a lot to a lot of what he talked about. And I'm trying to remember like if there's anything else from that I want to share. I definitely agree that weed is like morally neutral and like I don't think that cannabis is like a bad thing. But I do think it's interesting how, well, one, I think it's not being made the same way that it used to be made. I don't really know what that is. I'd love to learn more about that. I think that I would love to make like an in-depth documentary web series on like THC, because what the fuck are they making out there? With like every time I go into like a Delta 8 store, they're like, this one's more potent than the last, and it's like Delta 9, Delta 10, and like it just keeps going up, and like I don't know, I feel like we can't possibly know the effects that this potent level of THC is having on us as humans. Like it's another thing where, and then they were talking about on the podcast how now like we have the corporate marketing machine of America behind it. Like once we legalized it, now we have marketing in the equation of making sure that no one finds out that this substance could be harmful, And anyways, it was a good podcast. I'll definitely link it below for y'all, so I'll stop talking about it so that you can listen to it. But that was really good. I put on Evermore on the way back, Taylor Swift album. And gotta say, it's my least favorite album. Like, I've fallen in love with pretty much everything else. And there's a few songs on there that I love, obviously. The first, like, two are great. And I like Closure as well. But, like, overall, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Folklore is more up there for me than Evermore, for sure. Maybe I'll find a doorway into it more later, but I like forced myself to listen to it all the way through because I was like, this is the one album I just haven't really listened to. Now I know why. But, yeah, and then now I'm back and I've just been chilling. Girlfriend, started work, so I've had the place to myself for a few days. Yeah, so I've had the place to myself, and it's been really nice to like be in my own energy all day and yeah, have some like quiet time, alone time. Man, I missed alone time. Alone time is great. So I've been enjoying that. Yes, peak. Gotta reward the peak. Good peak. And what else? What else? What else? What else? I talked a lot today, so I'm pretty talked out, to be honest. Pretty low energy. But I've got to say, I just feel really calm. Like today has been a pretty calm day. I feel like my energy levels are starting to like stabilize a little bit. I was up late last night with like really racing mind, and actually it was the first time that I've had that like without weed. Like normal, so weed eventually gave me insomnia. Like I could not sleep when I would smoke. And it was great for ideas because I would be like swimming in ideas late at night. I'd be trying to go to sleep and it'd be like, fuck, I gotta write that down. Fuck, I gotta write that down. Relatively good ideas for the most part. And yeah, and I wouldn't be able to sleep and I'd feel frustrated and restless. This was the first time I felt like that since then and sober. And I was like, interesting. Like, I always thought this was definitely a product of the weed. And I definitely think it was more miserable and exaggerated with the weed. Like, twice as bad, maybe. But it was interesting to be like, oh, this might just be my mind and maybe more what I tried to escape with weed, but caught up to me anyways, I guess. I probably shouldn't be touching my mic as I'm talking. So yeah, it was really hard to fall asleep. I was like, do I just commit and get up and like work on something? But I knew I was going to be driving down south today, and so I could not figure out what to do with myself. I ended up kind of birthing like a business plan. And then I worked on it some more this morning, so I'm kind of mulling over that idea. I've been trying to figure out how to rebrand my photography business into something a little bit more in line with what I'm doing now and like content creation and stuff. So I don't know, something's definitely brewing there, but definitely hesitant to jump on any like big changes right away. I want to make sure I sit with it a little. It's like the fine line between like sitting with it, making sure it's the right thing, and also just like at some point you got to take action on things and like move in any direction, because I've kind of been in limbo for a while now, like 4 months, and I only have a few months left before I need to find a job. So yeah, or have like some kind of entrepreneurial income take off. And yeah, I don't know. I just know that ideally I'd love to be able to work for myself. I love the freedom that it gives me to run my own schedule and be able to like take half the day for self-care if I need to, and know that that's actually serving my business or like whatever it is I'm creating, like truly to like be able to live like an artist. Like I feel like I want to embrace how much of an artist I really am and create a lifestyle that allows me to be the artist that I want to be, and make stuff thoughtfully and slowly and intentionally. And I think to be able to do that, I'm going to have to like support myself with additional streams of income of like coaching or teaching others to do the same. And get excited thinking about sharing everything that I've learned on my personal growth journey. So I don't know what's coming exactly, but something's coming, something's brewing. So excited about that. Also love just making a mood board for anything. So love a mood board. And what else is on my mind? Yeah, Brene Brown does like a what's on my mind, what's on my heart. So we'll just finish with that. On my mind is definitely like that business idea, like how how much me and my friend talked on our walk. Like I just feel like, woo, we went through like 10 billion conversations today, which was great, but I'm exhausted. And then like some of the Tommy Ross and stuff I heard, those are all probably all swimming in my head thoughts wise. Definitely the business plan is weighing heavy because it's a cool idea and it overwhelms me and scares me at the same time. And I've been so wrong so many times about what I want to do with my life. And I just don't want to be wrong again, which the truth is like they're never wrong. Ooh, okay, this is fun. I was thinking about this today. You know that Casey Musgraves song, Follow Your Arrow Wherever It Goes, Wherever It Points? I was like, that's actually pretty wise because if you think about it, if you literally follow your arrow wherever it points, odds are it's not going to point in a straight direction. It's like, we're just like going all over. And then, but I feel like, oh, hello, microphone. I feel like as you kind of follow your arrow, like we still think that journeys are supposed to be linear. I still think journeys are supposed to be linear. I still think I'm going to arrive somewhere and that I'm going to find the thing and like never have to search for the thing again, like, and for me that's been career because I feel like career is the one thing in my life that like I have not figured out. Like I have not unlocked my full potential. I've definitely not unlocked my full income. And so I'm always like, what's going to be the thing? Like, what's going to like be the change, make the change to like thriving in that category? Because like I've never had the financial success I feel like I'm capable of having. And I refuse to believe it's because of the stupid economy, because that mindset certainly doesn't help. Like, I know it's hard, but there's also, it's very disproportionate incomely right now. Like, and that's not fair, and like that sucks, and all these things. But like, I might as well find what works for me in that chaos and like build a life that I can enjoy. And so like, I don't know, I've just been trying to like unlock my financial potential, I guess. But so all that to say, like the idea of building like some kind of a community, even starting a rebrand process, like building any kind of business feels like a little heavy. Like this again, but also I think if I do it right, okay, so what I'm going to try to do this time is like pivot earlier and more often than I ever do. And so like it's not quite aligned right. Like there's something about this idea that I like and something about it that's not quite right. And so like let me keep tweaking until it's just right instead of ignoring the feeling and like plowing through, because then I will get, a year in and realize this isn't what I want. So like there's things I want here and things I don't quite want. So I guess figuring out what those are is the next step. And then I could, move confidently and maybe move towards it. But anyways, where are we at time-wise, guys? Oh, 15 minutes. Okay. Well, I'll let you guys go then. Georgia wants out. So if Georgia wants out, you guys probably want out too. So Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on day 22. I'm just kidding. Day 15 tomorrow. And I think for y'all or the channel, this is day 9, so yeah, I think it's day 9. Oh god, I hope it's day 9. Okay, I should really learn how to figure out how to like keep track of these days. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.